Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Silvia Pratami. I'm from PBI 1 2018. Now I'm going to answer TEFL methodology assignment. There is 5 questions and I will start from number 1. For the first question is, please mention and explain briefly the component of communication process. Okay, my answer is there are 6 components of communication process. The first component is context. Of course, every communication process with the context. And also, this context may be psycho, social, chronological, or cultural. And also, the sender chooses the message to communicate within a context. And the second component of communication process is sender or encoder. The sender or encoder is a person who sends the message. And also the sender makes use of symbol such as word or graphic or visual aid to convey the message and produce the required response. And also the sender may be an individual or a group or an organization. Okay, the third component is message. Message is a key idea that the sender wants to communicate. And communication process begin with deciding about the message to be conveyed. And also, it must be ensured that the main objective of the message is clear. And the fourth component is medium. Medium is used to exchange or transmit the message. The sender must choose an appropriate medium for transmitting the message. And also, the choice of appropriate medium of communication is essential for making the message effective and correctly interpreted by the recipient. And the fifth component is recipient or decoder. Recipient or decoder is a person who achieves a message or target of the message. And also, the degree which message the decoder can understand is depend upon various factors such as knowledge of recipient, their responsiveness to the message, and reliance of encoder on decoder. And the last one is feedback. Okay, feedback is the main component of communication process as it permits the sender to analyze the efficiency of the message, and also it helps the sender in confirming the correct interpretation of message by decoder. The question number 2 is, why do humans need a language? My answer is, humans need a language because language is tool or system to communication with the other people. Language is very important to human life. Without a language, human cannot deliver the message to the decoder. So, there is no communication between humans if there is no language in the world. The question number 3 is, please give your opinion about the period, Dutch period, Japanese period, and independence period of English teaching in Indonesia. Which one do you think the best English teaching period? Okay, first is Dutch period. I think this period was really nice because in this period English was a compulsory subject given 3 or 4 times a week, and they used textbook and supplementary readings plentiful, so the student improved their English fast by reading a number of books. And also in this period, their goal is the student could speak, read, and write good in English. And the second is Japanese period. In Japanese period, Indonesian people having trouble in learning English because in this period, Dutch and English were totally banned, and all the books in those language had to be burned. A lot of books were translated into Indonesian, so Indonesian language has developed phenomenally. But it made very difficult for foreign language such as English to share a place in society as another medium of communication. And the third is independent period. In this period, people in Indonesia are back to learn English. The students learn English using course book. One of them was called Step by Step, used in Dutch era, and the method of teaching was grammar translation method. And also in this period, most English classes just focus on grammar. So, in my opinion, the best English teaching period is that period, because in this period I think they use right method in TEFL so that the students can improve their English skill in a relative short time. In only 3 years, students can master 3 skills in English, such as speaking, reading, and writing in English well. The question number 4 is, in your opinion, what is the status of English compared to Indonesian nowadays? English nowadays has the status of first foreign language around the world. The need for English as a language of international communication exists in complementary distribution to that of Indonesian as a language of national unity. And also in the other countries like Singapore, Malaysia, and the Philippines, they use English as a second language. And English play an important role as the administrative and business language of the country. And Indonesian language nowadays has the status as a national language or a language of national unity in Indonesia, as demonstrated by the large number of people who now use Indonesian for daily communication. Okay, for number 5 or the last questions is, please explain briefly about the function of English in Indonesia. Okay, there are 6 functions of English in Indonesia. The first function is in economic and business. Because if an organization which wish to enter the international market are not likely to be able to do so without using English. And the second is international relations. Diplomats may learn a number of languages during their careers, but when it proves impossible to learn the language of a country, then English may be used as a lingua franca. And the third function is in media, or the world of current information and popular culture, such as a significant proportion, 57% of the world newspapers are published in countries where English has a special status. And next is education. Of course, as we know, a large proportion of the scientific papers published in all subjects are in English. Okay, for the next function is communications. Of course, as an international language, much of the world's communications are done in English. And the last one is international travel and safety. English is the language used for navigation at sea and also for air traffic control. Okay, I think that's all for my answer and explanation about this TEFL methodology assignment. Thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.